So, Batman vs Superman, what can we expect? Well, me for one, I am expecting this film to be good. I've really got high hopes for this film because I'm a huge fan of comic book movies in general, and I'm really looking forward to films that pit superhero versus superhero because we haven't really seen that in films apart from in the Avengers when you had that scene where Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America had that like fist fight sort of film in the forest, but that was only like a 5-10 minute portion of the film. But for a whole feature length movie to be dedicated to two superheroes going at it, I'm actually really looking forward to that. I think that that's a new perspective that filmmakers can go to. We're going to get that in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice that I'll be talking about in this video. I'll probably also talk about Captain America: Civil War in another video because that comes out in the same year as Batman vs Superman. But for now, I'm going to be talking about Batman v Superman. Before I get into the preview, I will let you know on a little giveaway that I'm going to be doing at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get into the preview. So, from all of the pictures and videos that we've seen of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, it looks kind of like a mix of the Dark Knight sort of, dark, brooding, gritty films that we expect from DC, and also a little bit of Marvel, where it's sort of got a cheesy, funny little bit of twist to it. But apart from that, it's overall a far more dark, gritty version of comic book heroes than we have seen in Marvel, because in my opinion DC and Marvel are like polar opposites. Marvel is more campy, it's more cheesy, it's more fun, it's more laughed at, it's more colourful, it's more primary coloured. DC is more dark, it's more brooding, it's more gritty. The characters are way more serious, apart from some of the characters like Aquaman, which I'll get into. But apart from that, most DC characters are a bit more brooding and a bit more dark compared to Marvel characters, which are really fun, really colourful, and really bright. But I really want this film to be good. I really want it to be good because I really want DC to take it to Marvel in the field of comic book movies, because for the last how long has it been? For the last 7 or 8 years, Marvel has had it all to themselves from the beginning of Iron Man 1 right up now to Avengers: Age of Ultron, which is just a few days away from now when this video is being recorded. Marvel has had it their own way, and yes, there have been brilliant DC films. You've got Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Those are the only good ones. The Green Lantern was just crap. The Green Lantern was absolute rubbish. And Man of Steel, that came out a couple of years ago, no, it was alright. I mean, I left the theatre depressed after that film. I really did. And I didn't like it, apart from the final battle. But I really didn't like how Superman killed General Zod by snapping his neck. That's not really how Superman doesn't kill. Superman doesn't kill. Come on, get real with it. But back to Batman v Superman, I really hope that they do it justice. I really hope that it kickstarts this whole slate that DC have laid out for the next 5 years. And if this film does really well, and if Suicide Squad does really well, which also comes out in the same year, if those two films do really well, then DC have a chance of taking it to Marvel and saying, hey, we can do this as well, we can do this as good as you. But if they bomb, if the two films bomb, then DC haven't got a hope in heaven of getting as close to Marvel as I can possibly can, because if these two films bomb, then what the hell are we going to expect? Because our expectations are going to be so low after those two films that we're not going to be, well, we're going to be interested in the upcoming films after that, but we're not going to be that excited for them, because we're going to think, oh, these films are going to be pretty much the same to Batman v Superman, and we're not going to like them, and we're going to love Marvel, because what Marvel has done for Phase 3, for their new films for the next 4 or 5 years, do check it out, they're going to be awesome. we're gonna see them and we're gonna expect awesome because that's what Marvel has done. I mean, yes, some films have been mediocre. They've been good, but majority of the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe have been excellent. Truly, truly excellent. I mean, Cap 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, they've been awesome. They've been awesome. Oh god, I'm getting off topic. But, yeah, back to DC. I really hope this film is good. I mean, from the pictures of Batman and Superman, Wonder Woman, and from Aquaman, the Zack Snyder picture on Twitter, this looks like a fresh new start for Batman, a fresh new start for Man of Steel, a new beginning for Wonder Woman because we haven't seen a decent Wonder Woman since Linda Carter. Linda Carter, I think it was Linda Carter in the 19. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the 1970s. I think it was the 70s when they had the TV series of Wonder Woman. No, that was a good TV series. But Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I'm not overly sold on that. I think she's not really suited to that role. She looks alright. She looks like a Xena warrior princess with a sword. That sort of looks like Wonder Woman. But Aquaman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, that looks awesome. That looks brilliant. That looks dark and brooding. That looks like a seagoing version of Batman. Really, dark and brooding without the cape. And fun fact, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, I believe, is based off the Forever Evil seeking Aquaman, not the campy orange and green one that you all know and love. I hope, but the Henry Cavill Superman. Now we've seen it in Man of Steel, and I think that was all right. It was possibly okay, but from the trailer, should I say, of Batman v Superman, I think that they can take this forward. It can really make a good film out of that. But fingers crossed, it should be good. Zack Snyder, you better make a good film out of this. Your films, Zack Snyder films, are visually stunning, but they haven't got the best plots. I mean, Man of Steel didn't really have the best plot, but it was actually quite good looking in terms of visuals. 300, Watchmen, those were really good films, but they didn't have the best of plots, but the visuals were really good. But overall, I'm actually really excited for this. I really hope it's going to be good. If this film is good, I'm going to be over the moon. If this film's going to be rubbish, I'm going to be devastated. I'm probably going to have my heart broken by Zack Snyder. I really hope. But Batfleck, on Batfleck just quickly, Batfleck looks good. He looks like a real Batman. He looks like a proper Batman. He looks like a really good follow-up to Christian Bale. Definitely better than George Clooney, because George Clooney is complete rubbish. But I really hope that Batfleck is good, because Gone Girl was awesome, and this dude can act, apart from Daredevil, that was rubbish. But from the pictures of him as Batman, it looks awesome. It's based off The Dark Knight Returns. That's what Batfleck's Batman is based off, The Dark Knight Returns, with the short ears. And it looks, I mean, that shot with him and the Batmobile, that looks awesome. That looks really, really good. I really hope that they, what's the word? I really hope that they take this forward and they make this a really good film. Because if they don't make this a really good film, I think a lot of people are going to be heartbroken. And a lot of people are going to be thinking, wow, what are we going to do? We're going to watch Marvel films, but what the hell are we going to do about DC? What are DC going to do? We'll never know. But fingers crossed, it's going to be good. I'm really excited. Zack Snyder, don't screw it up. Do not screw this up. Okay, so to the giveaway that I'm sure a lot of you were waiting for. Now, Batman vs Superman, I just talked about, is coming up, and to celebrate, I won't really celebrate, but to commemorate that, I am going to be giving away the DVD version of The Dark Knight Rises. Now, I've got the Blu-ray here. It's the double play version, as you can see there. And since I've got the Blu-ray, I don't think I really need the DVD. I just think it's a bit pointless for me. If I'm honest, I don't really need it. So what I thought was, hey ho, let's give it away. Let's just give it away to one of you guys out there. So all you have to do to win the DVD version of The Dark Knight Rises, my second favourite Batman film, is to answer this question for me in the comments down below. And the question is, who is the best Batman and why? So you can pick any actor that has played Batman in the films so far. Who is the best Batman and why? Leave it in the comments down below. The best answer will get the DVD version of The Dark Knight Rises. Regardless of if you pick the worst Batman in my eyes, George Clooney, if you give a really good explanation and the best answer, you will get the DVD version of The Dark Knight Rises from me, okay? That's it. Best answer, not who gave the best performance. If you gave the best answer, if you wrote the best answer in the comments down below about who is the best Batman and why, you will win the DVD version of The Dark Knight Rises. So, yeah, that's it for me. I'm all done here, so, yeah, answer that question. You may win the DVD version of The Dark Knight Rises. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one.